Good morning. It is, what day is it? Thursday, May 27th. This is day 3. I've learned some things. There are some things that don't work on Lucille, the thermostat for one. Fortunately, last night was cool enough here in Alabama that I could keep the windows open, and I had a small fan that I used, a USB charging fan that I got. This is day 4. I'm headed west. I think I'll make it to Monroe, Louisiana. I'm going to try, and when I stop, one of my stops in my hour and a half schedule, I'm going to stop and try and find a full campground where I can hook everything up and see exactly what's working and what's not. I did fix the handle to the shower fan this morning. I found the screw when I moved my cleaning things out of the base of the shower. I do need to figure out storage better. The RPod does not have great storage in it, and sorry, just a little stiff. Doesn't have great storage in it, and I'm really tired of moving things from the truck to the RPod. So here we go. We are back on Route 20, headed west. I'd forgotten from yesterday how stressful all these trucks were on the highway. If I weren't in such a hurry, I would take all back roads. But I am kind of in a hurry to see Jay, so I am braving the highway. And it's fine. It's a hard drive. So I'm hoping to make it to Monroe, Louisiana today, and yeah, we'll see. When I get there, hopefully I'll be at a full service place where I'll have internet and I can put the videos up quickly. I'll try and stop at a place with video, with Wi-Fi when I get gas, so that I can upload yesterday's video. Have a good day. So I'm stopping for gas right away this morning because I was so tired last night. I did not stop for gas. And especially after Lucille's boo-boo yesterday, I was a little nervous. So I decided that'd be better for me to do it when I was fresh this morning. And so I am. Not really sure where we are. It's 11 o'clock East Coast time, so noon Alabama time. I've been on the road now for 3-ish hours. I have to take a gas. I am due to stop as soon as I come across the next rest station. It really is a beautiful and peaceful drive. It's a little boring. Yesterday I was a little bored. Today is pretty good. I'm listening to Harry Potter on audiobook and thinking about some things as I go. Making a list in my head, what I need at the grocery store and what I need to repair on Lucille when I get some time. Well, I've just passed the sign for exit 1, so I'm assuming that I must be at maybe a boundary line. And so I'm videoing just in case, because I still have probably 75 miles to go on Route 20, but exit 1 is generally the end of the line somewhere, or the beginning, but since I've been counting down, that doesn't make any sense. The Welcome Center for Mississippi is 8 miles from here. I have just about, here's the sign. Welcome to Mississippi. It's 11:26 East Coast time, and I'm in my 4th state in 3 days. It's pretty exciting. Mississippi has the best town names. Tumsuba. getting ready to pull off Mississippi exit number 154. I let my gas go down to almost a quarter tank instead of a half tank. But there are gas stations here. I'll be getting off Route 20 in another 7 miles or so towards Jackson, but I want to get gas now before I get too close to the city. Hopefully this will be easy on, easy off. We shall see. There's a Shell station right there. Nice big parking lot I can pull around in. Let's see, gas is $2.69. That is comparable to what we've got at home. Where am I gonna pull in? I don't want to be in the way. So this is not quite as convenient as I'd hoped. So I am literally going to just sit my ass here and wait. I'm gassed up again, so we are just a little ways out of Jackson, Mississippi. I'd have to look at the map again to see exactly how far that is from Monroe, but I'm sure since it's only noon East Coast time, I probably have a few more hours of driving to go, but I knew that. So apparently I am staying on 20 because this splits into 59 towards New Orleans and north towards Jackson. I thought I was right outside Jackson, but apparently Jackson is still like, I don't know, tens of miles away. Could be 50, could be 70. It doesn't matter at this point. But I am staying on Route 20. Still kind of shocked at how hilly this is. Another really funny Mississippi name. So I was mistaken about Jackson only being tens of miles away. It was more like 80 the last time I spoke. But I did want to see this sign, Pelahatchie Puckett. Again, more great names in Mississippi. Mississippi roads are nearly as bad as Alabama roads. I just went through an interchange that literally I should probably, yikes. I should probably be a little more respectful because it was scary as hell. Just because everything was bouncing everywhere, and I'm surrounded by big trucks, as you can see, all over the place. This particular stretch is not so terrible, but man, some of them have just been bad. So I'm headed towards Vicksburg on 20 West. Thanks. So I've just entered Vicksburg, Mississippi. Apparently Vicksburg is pretty close to the Louisiana border because I'm at exit 3, which means I'm 3 miles from the Mississippi border. Ooh, look, barbells for giants, or axles for something. Okay, there's a sign for Natchez. I've seen a sign for New Orleans. I've seen signs for center half a mile. Ooh, a bridge crossing the Mississippi River. Crossed into Louisiana. There's 189.4 miles left to go across Louisiana. That will be mostly tomorrow's trek. We'll do a little bit of it today and the rest of it tomorrow. So I'm riding through Louisiana. I've got about 62 miles to Monroe. I will have to stop and get gas on the way. But I just passed some Louisiana Roadkill, which through the other southern states all along have been, you know, just like home, deer. This roadkill was an alligator. So be careful in Louisiana. So I hadn't planned really to video set up today, but since I didn't video it yesterday and I didn't video all the way yesterday, I will do some filming today of setup, at least on this side. So I've just pulled into Pavilion Park and I am right now leveling the RV because it's a little pull over, so the back end is a little low, and so I'm going to put some of these spacers on both sides. On both sides. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the truck and I'm going to pull forward just so that I am on those. Let's see, is that recording? Yes, it is. Alright. Okay, so those are on the level on both sides, and let's just double check. That looks pretty level. It's still a little low, but I can tweak that when I take the, I'm not taking off the hitch, but I will lower it. Alrighty. Alright, so let's chuck the wheels to make sure that we don't get any rolling. And so on this side we have water and sewer hookups over here. And I've not done this. This is just useless. Let's do electric. I had more footage of the beginning of this, but my butt was facing the camera. Yesterday I did use the stabilization jacks for leveling, which you're not supposed to do, but mine are so old, I didn't really think that I would hurt them, and it wasn't for very long. And thing is, I didn't think about leveling until my refrigerator didn't work. And the issue was not anything to do with the leveling, but it might have been. Again, after you've driven all day and you're exhausted, it's probably not the best time to be doing this. But, you know, you gotta do this before you can sit down and relax. So, all part of the adventure. Story, I'm sticking to it. All right, that's finished. So inside, I had cups fall, the television fell, towel. All in all, not too bad. Not as bad as yesterday. You can see that the thing's tripped over there. And I changed the refrigerator to electricity, so hopefully the beverages will be cold enough soon. So, time to hook up the sewer hoses. I have all of that in a milk crate here. And there is water in there. That's not cool. It looks like it is from that faucet. So we'll be taking a look at that. Okay, so this is still rolling. All right, so I'm going to hook up the sewer hose. Take my mask off. And so I did not attach it to itself again when I emptied it before. Mainly because yes. And so I didn't do it. And so here is the hookup. Hopefully you can see that. Focus that. It's just so bright out here. All right, so this is not going to stay on its own without my taking something apart. So let's see what I've got here in my little bag of tricks. No idea what most of this shit is. So this piece looks like it might fit there. And then if I wait it, it should be okay to stay. Well, that one's not doing a whole lot of good. And I'll hook it up to the other end. Slide is in. And that's just lovely. Okay, so maybe that will do. So, I'm hoping those were from the cups that is wet here near the door. I cannot imagine where that's from, but it's recorded. So I am walking down towards the registration, the check-in place. I drove in, set up, but I haven't paid yet. It doesn't look like they have a place to swim. That's going to be unfortunate. It's the way it goes. They do have a bathhouse though, so I may take a nice long hot shower to refresh myself before I go to bed. So tomorrow will probably be a curly hair day because I literally don't have the time or the energy to do that. So I'm at Pavilion RV Park in Monroe, Louisiana. I thought we'd make it to Shreveport, which is not much farther on. So I'm not disappointed at how far I've come. Wow, some of these rigs have been here a while. There's, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That dog barking. I sure hope that settles down when it's time to go to sleep. And so, there are some people here who look like they've been here for a long time. People who look like they're permanent. People like me who are just here for a night or two. But this is good. Now I know on my way where to go, where not to go, what to look for, what to watch out for. All right, I'll go in and register. Oh, shoot. I forgot my mask. Can you believe that? I forgot my mask. So now I'm walking back to the rig. I'm not upset about it because my fault. We've worn masks for 14 months now. But in the rig all by myself and in the house all by myself, sometimes I forget because it's just me. I'm not exposing other people to my life on a regular basis. Just look at that cute little rig as we approach. Lucille is just adorable, even though she hasn't had a decal change or paint job, and she leaks, and she's a little rough, but she's still adorable and she's still mine. Okay, so this is automated, which is awesome. Okay, using one of the envelopes near the night drop. Orange, write your name, site number, check and cash, debit. Okay, so I will follow the directions. And so I went to check in. It's all electronic. And their pen didn't work. So I'm just kind of walking around, see what I can see. There's fishing allowed in this pond, but there's an alligator warning. So, and having seen alligator roadkill, I'm not going to explore too closely. So for a truck that uses a fifth wheel, there is a fifth wheel. What if it hitches permanently in the back of the truck? Again, another good view. Interesting that I've got a little side yard here that would have been better if I'd had shade, but it's still nice. So I have checked in with the people I need to check in with, taken out my contact lenses. I am headed to the shower since there's nowhere to swim. What do you want for 30 bucks a night? So headed to the shower. I'll probably video on the way up there, but not in there. I don't really know what to make of this, so I've taken pictures and I will look it up later. I am showered, headed back to Lucille. I think it's time for an adult beverage and shoes where my toes can breathe. I forgot to bring sandals to the shower. Hey. But Lucille is in the shade now, so I'm very excited that she might cool down a little, because the thermostat doesn't work. There's a whole list of things I've discovered that aren't working, things that are leaking. I've written to my family several messages. Basically, I think that Lucille will either be for sale or, winter project. Let's gutter, refit her, and try again in spring. We'll see. There's my little house in the trees. How do you like that, Nancy?